In this video, we're going to see our seventh experiment, that is views in database management systems lab. So before that, to solving the questions, we'll just connect to the database. Now, yeah, we are connected now. Now we'll start on the first question. Create a view to display the employee name, company name, salary, joining date, employee city, and company city of the employee. So we have some tables called. We'll just look into the tables once. Select. Wow. This is a table, and from this table we just have to select the employee name, company name, salary, and joining date. And employee city and company city are available in different table. We'll look into that also. So let's start from employee. Here we can see we have the employee name and employee city, and company city is available in another table. Let's start from yes. Here we can see we have the company city. So we using these three tables, we just have to create a view which happens to be a complex view as usual. Now let us start creating the view. Create view v1. Let us name it as s1. As select since we have more than one table, let us use the alias name a dot employee name, and a dot salary from the same table, a dot company name, so a dot joining date, and here we have forgot to give the company name as well. And from second table we just have to select the company city, and we'll name that attribute as employee city. This one is employee city, b dot city, and after that let us give c dot city, which happens to be the company city. Here it's not visible. City, let me name the attribute name company city from table names employee company, alias name is a, and the second table employee, the organization is 1 to 5, the alias name is b here, and the last table, that is company table 5, and alias name let it be c. And since we are working on more than one table, we have to mention the joining condition. A dot rename is equals to b dot rename, and we have cities common, right? From in the both these table b and c, we have cities common. So let us write b dot city is equals to c dot city. That's it. View created. Now let us check the view. Select from that is view. Here we can see the view has been created successfully. Come to the second question, that is to select the view name and text from the user views data dictionary view. Select view name, text from user should give a comment instead of answer. That was a mistake. And here we can see this is the output. And come to the third question, attempt to change the joining date of Anil to 10 December in the view which is created. Is this view updatable? If yes, then that's the question. Now since we have already created a view s1, right? So let us try to update some value. The updation should not be allowed because the view is complex view. In the case of complex view, the updation should not be allowed, right? So we'll check the updation here. Update S1, that's the view name. Set we'll modify the joining date. Joining date is equals to 10 December 99, where customer name equals to, you can see cannot modify a column which maps to a non keep reserved table. So in the case of complex views, we cannot modify the data in the view. So that's the third question. Come to the fourth question. Create a view V1 to display the employee name, salary, and company name of the employee who work in the company Accenture. So we just have to mention the where condition there, and since V1 view has already been created, uh, let me create it with Z1. Let's say it is Z1. Create view Z1 as select ename. Since there is no other table than working the company, right? So we don't need the alias names here. So and after that, salary, company name from employee company, where we're giving the where condition, where customer name is company name is Accenture, and it equals to, now we can see. So just gave the comma here, which, now we can see view has been created. Now let us check print the view. You can see this is the view that has been created. That was the fourth question. Come to the fifth one. Insert the following data into the base table. Let us do that. So the base table here happens to be the employee company table itself. So we insert into, and we have a set of values there, and the employee name is, first one is this Ashok, and the company name is Accenture, and the salary is 1200, and the last value is null. One row has been created, and now display the inserted table by using V1. So let us do that. Select, instead of V1 we have created Z1, right? So let's start from Z1. Since we need to display this row, we're just giving the where condition, where employee name is equals to Ashok. That's the output here. So since I have already inserted another row before, that's why it is showing two tuples. And now coming to the seventh question, create a view for retrieving company name, its average salary, minimum and maximum salary. That's it. Now let us try to solve this. Create view S2, say as select in company name, its average salary, right? Select here out company name, average of average salary, and maximum and minimum salary, right? So we'll give the attribute name for this column, and for the maximum salary column also we'll just give the attribute name max, and minimum of a dot salary minimum from the table name here, from employee company, the table name, we'll give the alias name as A, group by. Why we are doing the group by operation means, so since we are calculating the average and maximum and also the minimum salary, we just have to group the group based on this company name. So in this for particular company will be printed as average of salary in that company, maximum salary in that company, and minimum salary in that company. That's why we are using this group function. So we'll check the view. So let's start from S2. This is the view, average, maximum, and minimum salary in the this particular company. That's about the eighth question. Come to the ninth question. Write SQL query to create a view consisting of employment name, company name, salary of the employees who joined later than the year. Uh, they have given some date. Concatenate the columns employee name and company name, and provide new column name as employee company name. So that's it. We'll solve this. Let us name the view create or replace view. Named as S3 as select. We try to concatenate employee name and company name. As the new column name happens to be employee company name, and next is we just have to select the salary from the table. From the table where the joining date, right? They have given some date. Joining date should be greater than 1st Feb 1998. 1st Feb 98. Switch sync double quote identifier. Now you can see view has been created. Now let us try to S3. You can see that consists of new column, that is employee company name and the salary. That's it about the ninth question. Now we are moving to the 10th question. Create a view that gives information about employee name, salary, and living city. So employee name, salary are available in one table, and living city, employee living city is available in another table. So we have to go for the complex view here as well. So create view S4 as select employee name, salary, right? Salary are available in one table, and city is available in another table. So that's why we are giving alias name as B. And from the company, sorry, the table name, alias name is A, and second table name, that is employee, which has the employee city, where A dot employee name is equals to, this happens to be the joining condition for both these tables. That's it. View has been created. Now we'll check the view. So let's start from. So this is the view. Uh, this contains employee name, salary, and employee living city. That's about the 10th question. Now come to the 11th. Perform inline view to display the top 5 salaried employee names and their salaries. So we'll solve this. First we'll give assign some ranks. Select row as rank. We'll assign rank for each entry. Employee name and salary from. Let us write the subquery. Select employee name, salary from. These both these data are available in this table, and we just have to order by, since we need the top 5 salaried employees and their salaries. We have selected rank, employee name, and salary, and in the subquery we are doing the sorting operation, that is order by salary in descending order. That means the highest salary will be printed first, where row less than or equal to 5. That means that we wanted the top 5 valid employees, right? So that's it. Now we can see the top 5 employees with their salary. So that's about the 11th question. Now come to the 12th one. Write an SQL query to display the details of 5 employees who have joined recently the companies. So solve this same procedure. Select the row num. We'll assign this rank as and employee name details of the 5 employees, that includes employee name, joined recently. That's it. Enough. Uh, Putting the salary to salary from the subquery. We'll write the subquery. Select employee name from a salary from the table, and we just have to sort the sorting operation order by salary. Is less than or equals to 5 equals of the that's it. Now the salary sending order, and where uh, actually we don't need the ordering function here, right? So we don't need to do any sorting operation. Just have to print the details of the 5 employees who have recently joined the company. Where row num equals to 5. As you can see, these are the employees who have recently top 5 employees who have recently joined the company. I hope all the outputs are correct, and thanks for watching.